Good evening, hello and welcome. We are back for round two today. Yesterday we talked all about food photography and all the things that we can do to gently get into our food photography. And tonight we are talking about how to market yourself with your food photography for no money or for very little money. People always kind of ask me, well, what's your marketing budget? I don't really have a marketing budget, but I will tell you a little bit more about that as we go along. So if you are here live, please do say hello to me. It's always nice to know who I'm talking to. And if you're watching this on catch up, please do put in hashtag replay, and then I know that you have also seen this. So tonight I'm going to keep you for no more than 45 minutes. I'm going to go through 10 simple marketing strategies. Hi, Caro. Nice to have you here with me. I'm going to be going through just 10 very simple, cheap business marketing strategies that cost you nothing or just a tiny little bit of money. Hello, Barbara. Lovely to have you here too as well. So it's not about how much money you spend on your marketing. It's all about what it is that you do with that marketing as you go along. So I'm going to share the screen now, move myself out of the way, and we are now going to be looking at marketing success. Those of you that got the email today, I do apologize. I think it had a different title, but it is definitely Marketing Success, 10 Quick Wins for Your Business that we are going to just go through now. So I'm just moving this around so that I can see you. Please do ask me questions, comment as we go along. I always love a little bit of interaction. It always helps me feel that I'm not sitting here just talking to my computer, which, to be fair, a lot of the time I am. So, on to marketing success, 10 quick wins for your business. Now, before we start, if you haven't met me yet, hi, I'm Emma. I'm a multi-award winning food photographer. I'm a mentor in food photography, styling, commercial marketing, and all of that malarkey. I am the founder of the Food Photography Academy based in the UK, but we have members all around the world. I'm the author of the Savvy Food Photography Diary, and I run in-person food photography, styling, and marketing retreats, which all of those I absolutely love doing. Now, before we get started tonight, I want to have a little chat about AI, because when we look at our business and when we look at our food photography, AI, everything is happening. And I want to just look at what is good and what is bad in AI relating to our marketing and how we get ourselves out there at the moment. So AI is really good for your business because it speeds up your emails. You can write out a draft and your AI bot will put it together for you. It speeds up your posts because you can do your emails, your posts, everything like that is done exceptionally well. You can edit your photos, you can edit your text. These are great things that we can do. You can also do a lot of fact finding, which is stuff that I'm going to be talking to you about tonight. Fact finding in multiple places at once. And you can use your AI as a researching tool for a lot of the marketing things we're doing tonight as well. It's going to make it a lot quicker for you. Also, it's fantastic for troubleshooting kit. My lights won't talk to my trigger, won't talk to my camera, nothing's flashing, nothing's happening. What's happening? You can just take a quick picture of that bit of kit, a quick picture of that bit of kit, put them together, and AI will show you exactly what to do. I am a big fan of ChatGPT. I use Claude and I use various other AI tools. So I'm not sitting here saying I would never touch it. I think it will be really good for your business if you're not doing anything with AI at the moment. It also helps you stalk companies as well, which is fantastic. Let's have a look at when AI is not so good for your business. AI is bad for your business when you get lazy and you let it write all your content, all your emails, all your posts, and you don't check it, you don't push back, and you copy in exactly what that AI has told you to write. If you do that and you get lazy, you're not using your brand voice. You've spent all this time crafting and building who you are, or what you do, and who you help, and you lose it all because AI, your chat, is working for you, or probably against you at this point. And it doesn't sound like you. You sound like a robot, or you sound very different. Mine goes into teacher coaching mode, and mine also gets a little bit polite. And I am not as polite as my ChatGPT. So I always have to bring it down and say, no, I would rather say bananas there instead of you saying something with a very long word. So we really have to push back when we're using it. If you're not careful and you don't tell your AI who your ideal client is, who it is that you're looking to attract, it's not going to address the person that you want to resonate with your content. Especially if you've got lazy and you're not using your voice, you're not actually talking to the people that you're trying to attract. Don't do the deep dive work to pass chat. This is all the stuff that you need to load in. You need to load in who you are, what you do, who you help, who your ideal client is, where you work. You need to do an immense amount of work with your AI so that it understands the bigger picture of what you're trying to do. And if you use key flags that scream AI, which we're going to go on to in a minute, everyone just gets turned off by what you're doing. I have some great people I respect and admire. There's one lady that I'm on her email list, and I love her and listening to her podcast and everything. But her team have taken over doing her emails. They're using AI. I can't actually hear her voice in her emails anymore, which is really sad. So we want to see that terminology, and we don't want to use AI flags in there. So what are those AI flags that I'm talking about? These are some of the words that come up a lot with AI. Honestly, I hear genuinely, honestly, here's the truth is, but the truth, like, were we not truthful and genuine and honest before AI came along? My AI is banned from those words, and every time he puts them in, he has a little bit of a laugh about them. I'm like, no, not funny, don't want to hear those words. I've heard things like glow up. Has anyone here, if you're English, has anyone here said glow up? Here's the glow up. I'm like, oh my God, that is not how I speak. There may be words here that you already use in your everyday life, but you have to ensure that you're using them so you don't look like AI. Also, the long dash. The long dash is a massive giveaway. Yes, you can create a long dash on your keyboard. Nothing that I've ever done or put into my work, but the long dash is the biggest thing. AI ChatGPT puts a long dash into everything, and it drives me up the wall. So these are just a few things. The other flags that happen with AI is it has a system of how it writes your emails or your posts. For example, one of the big things that you can tell it's AI is, it's not this, it's that. It's not this, it's that. And it's not this, it's that. For context, it tells you what it isn't. So the amount of times I'm arguing with the AI going, I don't want to know what it isn't. I want to know what it is. And I'm pushing back all the time. And sometimes I push back so many times, I think it's going to sort of leave the room. It doesn't. It's very nice to me. But we have to make sure that if we're getting AI to smooth over our terminology, our text, everything that we're doing, that we are writing it in a way that still is authentic to us. If you are sounding like you, people are going to be engaged. You're going to draw the people in that are like you, and they are going to resonate with you. If you write like this page and you write the it's not this, it's not that, and very listy short form content in bullets, people can see already that this is AI. Barbara, this is a whole other world for you, is it? It's great to get into it, but just coming back to why it's bad is don't get lazy. Don't let it take over your life in that sense. So I just wanted to mention with AI, because people do ask me, am I an advocate? Am I a hater? No, I absolutely love it. It makes our lives a lot easier as long as you use it in exactly the right way. So now we're going to look at 10 quick wins for your business. They're quick, they're easy, they're cheap, and you're going to be able to take these and run with them as soon as we go through them. So the first one is to work on your branding. Your branding is how we feel about your business. And if we look at the difference between Premier Inn to the Hilton, the brands are very different. But in effect, you're still getting the same thing. You're still getting a bed in a room with a bathroom, and you're sleeping somewhere for the night. But we can choose different price points for how things look and how things feel for us. And being in a very visual industry, you need to up your game on your branding and ensure that it works for what it is that you are wanting to do. That is really, really important, because you don't want to look like the Premier Inn if you are charging premium prices. So please just bear that in mind. If you are looking to do something really cheap, then you can think about, right, what colors am I using? What is it? What's the excitement of doing things? It will really help you look at your branding. So when I'm talking about branding, I'm talking about your colors. What do colors mean? Color psychology has so much happening for it. What is your logo going to be? If you're a food photographer, what people tend to do is they tend to put a camera, put a knife, fork, or plate. They are usually the things that people put into a logo. And it's about thinking bigger, thinking more about what it is that you can do with your logo, rather than I'm going to put a camera together and I'm going to put something to food together. So really bear that in mind when you're looking at what you do. Okay, your banners. Use your banners on your social media, on your Facebook, on everything that you've got. They will really help you when you're going through everything from there. And really think about your ideal client. Who is it that you're looking to attract? What price points are they going to be at in terms of how you design that branding? Demographics. How old are they? What kind of things are they into? What kind of colors would they pick? Are they young? Is it something that would be on brand at the moment as a color? Is it more that they are glamorous? Is it more that they want luxury? Is it more that they want something cheap and cheerful? These are all the things that you need to have a think about with your branding, of how you want people to perceive you, and then start to get it into working on the visuals. The visuals are brilliant for a photographer, for someone that is a creative. This is the bit that we go, oh yeah, I love this bit. This bit works really well. Number 2, stick a pin in it. Now that things are more online, you don't need to go out and buy a map and stick a pin in it. But it has the same connotations as having that map. What I would say to you is, look at where you live and think about how far you want to travel to do this job. To do this job, if you're going to be photographing food, do you want to travel for 15 minutes? Do you want to travel for half an hour? Are you prepared to travel for an hour? Would you travel for 2 hours if the right job came up? And what I want you to think about is, first of all, look at everything that is in a half-hour distance from you. That's your low-hanging fruit. That's where you start. That's where you're going to drive out for a nice coffee and go down a high street that's got all restaurants, cafes, bars, all things with food and drink. And you can do yourself a little food and drink crawl all the way down that high street and start to talk to those people if you like to get out. There are other ways to do this. So find the local area, 30 minutes, half an hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You might have kids at school. You've got a short amount of time, and look at who the potential clients are in that area. Make a list of them all and choose the ones that are your top ones that you go, these are the people I really want to get in with. Then you stalk them. You get in there and you stalk them. So just bear that in mind. Now, you can make it even quicker for yourself now. When I first started before AI, I was on Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, looking everywhere for everyone in half an hour of where I lived. Now, you can just go to ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whoever it is that you're going to be working with, ask them to list all the places. And if you really want to give it a challenge, say, can you list up to 50 places that serve food, drink, it's a bar, wine, whatever it is that you want. It might be a farmer's market. List every single thing, or again, ask your AI, where should I go? Where do people need food photography? It's a great place to start. And then ask it to list 50 within 30 minutes of where you are. When you've got it to list that, get it to give you a website, get it to give you an email, get it to see if there is a contact name. So again, AI is only as good as what you put into it. So start by finding out all those places, then go that step further and find out who it is that's in charge there. Then find out their contact details. And then you've got this amazing start. Instead of sitting there going, I haven't got any clients, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm sitting here waiting for someone to magically come to me and say, do you want to work with me? And the reason I know that this works is this is what I did. I was a portrait photographer for 15 years. I got very disillusioned with being a portrait photographer, and I decided to swap and change tracks into food photography. When I went from portrait photography with families, children, schools, mums at the school gate, people in my local area popping into my studio, all of that, all of those people were not my target audience anymore. I'd got all these people knocking on the door saying, can I have a shoot with you here? And I wanted to be over here on this side going, but I want to do food photography and I don't have any ideal clients. They're all over there and I don't want to work with them anymore. This is where I started. This is where I started to build my list up and started to build a new business to get me to where I wanted to get to in my happy place. The third thing I'm going to say to you here is produce a card. This is one of my favorites. This is one that I always tell the Academy members. If there's somewhere that you want to work with, go into their place, buy some of their food, buy some of their drink, bring it home or photograph their food and drink in their setting. Then go on to somewhere like Moonpig, produce a card on Moonpig with their image on the front and your beautifully branded logo, and write them with your handwriting, not from a computer, a beautiful note to say how much you love their restaurant, you love their cafe, their food and drink is amazing, and you would love the opportunity to work with them in the future. When people get this through, they tend to put it up in their restaurant, in their cafe, and it's always reminding them, because it's got your logo on the front as well, that when they need some food photography, you are going to be at the front of their mind. So buy their food, photograph it, send them the card. It's as easy as that. Or you take the card and you take it back in and you hand deliver it, and you schmooze the person whose restaurant and cafe it is and say, I love your food, it's brilliant, and start to get that rapport. It is such a fantastic way to sell without selling. You're getting yourself in front of people, and it will really help you, especially if you feel really icky about selling. It really does help. On to number 4, social media. Social media is brilliant for your marketing. It's very passive marketing. You are putting yourself out there and hoping that the right people come over and see exactly what it is that you are doing. So you're on a bit of a wing, a hope and a prayer. So you have to really choose your social media carefully. You need to set your stall out on which platforms you're going to use. Brand them. We've talked about the banner, putting stuff on them that works for you. And then look at where, do a little experiment for a few weeks and see where people are finding you. See what people are doing and choose where you will use your energy for your ideal clients and your market. Look at the features of each platform and see where it's going to work. And to start with, you might just have to work a little bit harder to ensure that you've covered it and you've done a little bit of research on all of it, and that works really well. And join groups, join Facebook groups. They're better than LinkedIn groups. LinkedIn groups aren't great, but Facebook groups are brilliant. Join communities, be helpful, don't sell, show up. Number 5, emails and newsletters are super, 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 super important. Social media, if they close you down tomorrow, you've got absolutely no control. You've lost your account, you've lost all your followers overnight, and it's a horrible place to be in. If you build your own email list, you own it, it's yours. No one can take that away from you. People can subscribe and people can unsubscribe. Unsubscribe isn't bad. It just means that people are not in the stage of wanting to buy from you. It's not that you're a horrible person. It's not that you've done anything wrong. It's just not the right fit for some people at that time. That's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Building up an email is great because you're starting to get this list of people that are yours. And if you think about giving them a newsletter each month, some people with photography give a free image away each month. So, hey, come and join my newsletter and I'll give you a free photo every month, which goes down really well. It costs you nothing. People are holding on to see what the next image is. It could be something that they can use in their business or something that gives them an idea of what they want to do. Each month you're giving them a tip so that when you're building your business up, you're still giving and giving and giving away until you're ready to sell. And you've warmed that audience up with that newsletter to make them ready to sell. Now, where we put a pin in it, back at number 1 or 2, whatever it was, you can now put all of those names together so that you can email the people in your local area. You might have sent them the card, so you can send them an email, and suddenly you've got this whole traffic system going through of how you are following up your leads and how many cards have you done and who is it that you need to pop in and eat a bit of cake with, and who is it that you are waiting for them to come back to you and you're giving them a little bit of time. Suddenly you're not sitting at home twiddling your thumbs. You've got a whole system and process working for you. And at the moment, it's only cost us the price of a card. We're up to number 5 and it's only cost us the price of a card and a stamp. The stamp, to be fair, is probably more expensive than the card. So if you're in your local town, go and deliver it by hand. So emails and newsletters, build your own database. You then need to set about putting a lead magnet together. A lead magnet is swapping a key bit of information that you've got for their name and email address. They think what you've got is good enough to give away their name and email address. So you're going to give them some nuggets, some inspiration, some words of wisdom. And if what you give them is good enough and they get enough from it, they will stay on your database. If they are not happy and it doesn't resonate with them, or you don't give them enough for free, they will unsubscribe once they've got the lead magnet. So it's a fine line of bringing them in, saying, hey, come and have my newsletter. And then every month they go, oh, I don't really like the photo that she's sending me. I can't use it. Why can't I use it? And this will all be going through people's minds. So build them up. Tell them you've got something free for them to get them on your database. Write a monthly newsletter. Even if you've got 10 people on your email list, write it, because if you've got 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, it makes no difference. You can write on your database. No one needs to know if you've only got 10 people and half of them are your family. It really doesn't matter. What matters is you start to get into the habit of doing this every single month to build this habit up when your business starts to grow. Write a blog. You can write a blog on your website. You can do a newsletter on LinkedIn. You can do both. Both of these are linked to SEO. And if it's on your website, that also takes people to your website. So you're doing a blog to get more eyes on what you do. Again, you're giving away some little wisdom that you have for people to meet you at your website and then start doing a little bit of light stalking of you, so that they then go, I like this person, they're okay. I'm now going to join their database because I want to hear more of what they're saying. Number 6. I know this has come up this week, especially with you, Caro. People are very wary of free. We've always been told nothing's for free. So when we have something free, it really makes people wary. And I noticed that when people join up for this challenge, if you're here for the challenge for the first time, you might be very wary about me and what I'm offering. And when I look at my database of people coming through, quite a few people don't write in their first name. They put in an initial because it's too much information to give me at this point, because they don't trust me. They don't know me. I'm offering them something for free. It's not sitting with them at the moment. They have to build that trust with me. However, instead of saying instead of saying free, if you run a competition, so for example, I am going to give you a free photo shoot, gives you crickets because of the trust. However, if you run a competition and say, I am offering one lucky person a free photo shoot, you will get a lot more people. And I can tell you that this happened on my first freebie versus running a competition. I put it out there. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be absolutely inundated with people that want a free shoot. In the local town, I went to all the different places. I emailed them. I did everything. And only one person came back to me. I followed up the email. I talked to them. I left them messages, explained I was new into food photography, and I would really like to be able to give them some images in return for me using them for my portfolio. Still absolutely crickets. So on my social media, I ran a competition and got people to sign up just to fill out a little form that if they wanted a free shoot, they could fill out this form and tell me why they wanted this free shoot. I then got 24 people in the local area. That's a lie. I got 21 people in the local area. I got 3 people from Wales, America, and Indonesia. Now, I kind of knew those 3 were not going to work for me, but 24 people entered the competition, and if I'd have offered them it for free, they'd go, no, thanks very much, Lee. You're trying to pull the wool over my eyes. So running a competition when you're trying to give something away, getting someone to jump through a few hoops might work better for you than offering for free. I know, crazy, I know. So with a competition, we create the desire to work with us, but they can't necessarily have us. You know, when you always liked that boy or girl at school and they played hard to get, you wanted them even more. This is the same thing. Run a competition, you're playing hard to get. Someone has to jump through a few hoops to get it. You want to find people that really need to update their imagery. And you really want to find brands that you can play off against each other. I use some really high key places in my local area. And when I looked at the 24 people, which realistically was 21 before I got the ones in different countries, I looked at them and went, which one of these do I want to shoot? And I rang them first and said, congratulations, you've just won a free shoot. Just in case they didn't want that shoot, they did. They all wanted it and they were like, wow, brilliant, thank you, so grateful. And then I went back to all the others and I offered everyone else a half price shoot. No one took it up at that point, but that was the first time I'd done it. And I was like, yay, I'm happy with that. So run a competition. It will really help you if you're struggling to get some images for your portfolio. Number 7, use other people's audiences. If you've got 10 people on your database at the moment and half of them are your family, you know that you're not talking to many people. The other 5 people don't need to know that, but you know that already. So what we have to do is we have to jump into other people's audiences that are bigger, create something amazing, give some wisdom away for free so people come in and follow us and join our email, want our emails, want our newsletters, and want to be on our database. So using other people's audiences will build your authority. You're borrowing their guests and you're giving them loads and loads of value so that they want to come and follow and do what you're doing. So, for example, it might be that you go into a chef's circle. It might be that you help food bloggers. It might be that you help food stylists. It might be that you show people how to plate food on in a group of photographers or non-photographers. It might be that you want to talk about lighting to a camera club. You need to look at the people that you want to attract and think about what audiences out there can you jump into, because it costs you absolutely nothing. And all you need to do at the end of whatever it is that you're giving them is show them where to come back and follow you. Number 8, collaborations. You need to look at partnering up with people who are after the same end goal and after the same ideal clients as you, so that you can both doubly promote it, look better, build authority, and speak to 2 different audiences at once. You can collaborate with potteries, ceramic companies, plates, bowls, cutlery, napkin materials, backdrop companies, camera equipment, lighting equipment. You could go to a food stylist, a chef, a baker. There are loads and loads of people that need the same outcome as you. And again, you can borrow audiences, you can jointly do something. It will help you with your confidence if you're working with someone else. Collaborations are absolutely brilliant. Number 9, one of the biggest ways to put you in a position of authority is to look at training and teaching. Now, if you don't feel you're at that level at the moment, go and book in or talk to some of your local camera clubs. Camera clubs are booking a year in advance. They are now looking at booking spring, summer, autumn 2027. Start contacting these places to see if they want a food photography tour, because in a year's time, you will be ready. You might not feel ready today, you might not feel ready tomorrow, but by next year, you will be ready to go to a camera club and do a presentation on food photography. Take someone with you that takes loads of photos of you standing up at the front, presenting or doing a live demo, whatever it is. Get someone to come with you. You can then splatter all of these images over your social media, over your newsletters, your blogs, your emails. It puts you in a position of authority, regardless of whether it's a local camera club or something national or international. It really helps you think about putting yourself in a position of power. It doesn't have to be a camera club. It could be a chef event, hospitality, schools, colleges. A-level art students are crying out for this kind of thing. The teachers don't have that knowledge in photography to go in. The same with universities. But finding yourself in a room where you're presenting with someone taking photos of you really elevates what you're doing. And like the camera clubs, they pay you. They pay you to go in and do a couple of hours. You can probably get between 100 and 150 pounds to go in to do a couple of hours. So again, stick a pin in it. How many camera clubs have you got in your area? And the last one, sort out a killer portfolio. The portfolio has to speak to your ideal clients with a mixture of images and a mixture of dimensions and crops. And it needs to go through telling a story, having a golden thread going through the seasons, going through the different meals and drinks, just really taking a step back. Your portfolio is your CV. And if you haven't worked on your portfolio and you've just bunged in all of your images, this is something that you just need to take a step back and think about. What brands, what people, who is it that I'm looking to work with? And very much like tailoring your CV for a job, you tailor your portfolio for it too. So showcase your work, use your best images if they fit with your ideal client. Have a really good selection of different things so you don't get pigeonholed into one image. And look at what your ideal client needs. A lot of the time, your ideal clients will not be looking for dark and moody shots. Us photographers are very, very disappointed about that because we love a dark and moody shot. So please don't put just dark and moody photography into your portfolio. People brands want their food to pop and be bright and to stop the scroll. And they are trying everything they can to get it to that point. So a summary, a very wonky summary. I don't know what's happened to my numbers here. They are a little bit wonky. 1, work on your branding. Who is your ideal client? How do you want them to feel when they look at your brand, your color, your fonts, your logo, your icon? What is it that you want them to see from you? Stick a pin in it, metaphorically. Stick a pin in it. How far are you willing to travel and do the work on the area that you're around? Don't do it the hard way. Get on ChatGPT, ask it to help you with what's in your area, ask it to tell you how far away it is, ask it to give you a website, a contact name, an email. It will give you over half of the information. It will save you a hell of a lot of time. Number 3, go into somewhere, buy their food, buy their drink, bring it home or photograph it in their restaurant, produce a card, take it back in, tell them how amazing they are, hand write the card. How many things come through your door that's not a bill or junk mail? Hand write this card. Tell them how amazing their food and drink is. Use social media, but do some research on all the different platforms and look at where your ideal clients are and which platform is going to work for you. Number 5, create a database. Create some emails and a newsletter and start giving to everyone on that database so that you've warmed them up when you want to sell something to them. You've warmed them up because you've given them something away, and they can look and go, actually, yeah, this is really good value. I want to work with this person, or I'm not quite ready yet. I need to be warmed up a little bit more. Number 6, free is never free. If you are struggling to get some people to do free shoots for, run a competition, get them to jump through a few hoops. It will really help you. And number 7, use other people's audiences and try and drag them back to your database. It will grow your numbers for free. 8, collaborate with anything to do with food, photography, food and photography, food photography, and anything else along those lines. Number 9, put yourself in a position of authority and look at training or teaching in schools, camera clubs, universities, chef circles. Get someone to come with you and do some little reels, do some photos. Make sure that everyone sees you standing up there. As soon as people see you standing up there at that event, they will go, wow, she's knowledgeable, he's knowledgeable, because they wouldn't stand up there and do that if they weren't. Oh. Number 10, your portfolio is your CV. Ensure that you continue to work on your portfolio and do keep tailoring it. If you've got a job offer and someone wants to see your portfolio, you may just have to tweak it for a certain job and put certain images up at the top, add some in, take some away. It is your CV. It has to keep being worked on for you to get the work. That is it for tonight. I said 45 minutes and we are at 45 minutes. Do let me know if you have got any questions. If you I know there's a bit of a lag and I know you've got to type if anyone is putting a question in. So I will just let you know, especially for those that are watching this on replay. This was the second of the 2 masterclasses. You will be given both links tomorrow via email if you are signed up to the 5-day challenge. The masterclass replays will come out to you via email. If you are not receiving any emails from me, then please do get in touch with us. Let me tell you how to do that if I can. Trying to do it at once. If you are not getting any emails, please do email hello@foodiesphotography.com and my team will get you up and running. So if you've not had any emails from me, please do put something down on the email. They will help you. I will leave that there for a minute. And again, if you are here on Sunday, my lives will switch now to 7:30. I know 7 o'clock is a little bit early for some of you, especially if you're working. The lives will now switch to 7:30. My welcome meeting is on Sunday night at 7:30, where I go through how everything works for the week. And then I will be live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week at 7:30. Everything is 7:30 UK time. And that will get us through the whole week. The group itself opens tomorrow afternoon. and I will be back with you live on Sunday. That is everything. Right, let me have a look if there's any questions. Barbara, you've got a lot to think about. Yeah, I have just bombarded you, but the key thing is everything I've bombarded you with is little things to think about of where to start. Which one of those 10 things do you want to start with? And also, I'm not telling you to throw a shed load of money at this. I want you to look at this and say, okay, I can do pretty much all of this for free. This is just a little bit of my time. So just to bear that in mind. Caro, invaluable info as always. Thank you, my lovely. That is really kind of you. So thank you. Competition on the to-do list. Yeah, I think so. I think it will work really well for you. Absolutely. So thank you for those that have been with me live. Thank you for those of you watching this on replay. And hopefully I will see you and be introduced to you in the group Friday afternoon, and see you on the live at 7:30 p.m. UK time in the group. But you'll see all of that once you're in the group tomorrow. So do make sure you've clicked through to go into the group. Any problems, if you're not getting any communication from me, please email hello@foodiesphotography.com and my team will get you into the emails and get you into the Facebook group. All right. Thank you again, and I will speak to you all very soon. All right. Take care. Bye.